Well, I think the most important thing is that you inspire people, because when people are inspired, they actually follow dreams, you know. So there's so much music, and it might seem quick, and it might seem disposable, and the way the devices and the delivery and the internet and downloading, all that stuff. None of that matters. The most important thing is that the person is inspired. Like when someone falls in love with a song or a band, you just you get this new energy in life, which will make you feel better about everything. Well, now I'm going to go buy another record. Now I'm going to start a band. And so that was kind of the intention. The intention was to inspire especially the next generation of musicians, so they can see that everybody, all of the people in this series, started with absolutely nothing and created legacies. And that's how it works. Don't say no. Don't listen to anybody. Don't take lessons. Just do what you do the way you think it should be done, and you can become Chuck D or Buddy Guy or Dolly Parton or Joan Jett or whatever. All of these parallels are there. You just have to put yourself on the line. Go out on a limb.
If you like what you're hearing, tweet the show at ADSXE. AD on iHeartRadio.
Yeah, I do what I want, when I want, how I want. Yeah, I do what I want, when I want, how I want. This is my United States of whatever.
Oh. Are we? Oh, okay. It is a Monday. And as such, it seems like Monday being the most distressing day of the week, both emotionally and I find sometimes intestinally as well. Monday being the most distressing day of the week, I figure it would be a good way to start it off. Little inspiration from Dave Grohl. Don't take no for an answer. Ignore conventional wisdom. Go for it. That probably one of my favorite interviews that I've ever done since I started my, note the sarcastic air quotes around this word, career in radio. Only because, it had, and let's be real here, clearly I'm one of the greatest interviewers of all time. Not so much. It had nothing to do with me and everything to do with Dave being giving. And it had everything to do with Dave being giving and being inspirational. It was interesting. My program director, when they heard that, they're like, Dave never talks about his parents. That's amazing. That's incredible. And I was like, really? Oh, Dave hasn't talked to me yet. And she was like, oh, please. And I was like, eh. And I was like, no, I had nothing to do with that interview whatsoever. And she was like, actually, if you did have anything to do with the interview, it was a way you established a connection with him quickly and put him in a place where he felt comfortable talking about that sort of thing. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that's totally what I did. I planned to do that. That was intentional. She was like, the really loose way that you started the interview. I was like, oh, right. Yeah, it's the first time I've been complimented for my lack of professionalism. So, anyways, it was a fantastic and tremendous and inspirational interview for me to be able to do. And a classic example of how someone, I guess, if I got any sort of credit for that one whatsoever, is completely a case of falling down the stairs and landing on one's feet. Speaking of falling down the stairs and landing on one's feet, it'll be interesting to see if Hillary Clinton manages to remain cat-like in the particular email scandal situation she finds herself in. We'll discuss the whys and wherefores of that. Apparently, it's delayed her announcement of her run at being a president. We'll see how this all goes, and we'll talk about her latest move, which is to be like, yeah, no, I'm not guilty. Delete, 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 delete. We'll talk about the whys and wherefores of that in just a little bit. Right now, though, let's check in with super producer to the stars, Barry Funkhauser. A, how are you? B, what's going on in the world? It's time for our segment, My Witness News. But Funkhauser had a rather eventful weekend, I think.
Yes. I was at the iHeartRadio Music Awards.
Weren't you working there?
Yeah, I had.
You weren't just swanning around on the red carpet and touching elbows with celebrities.
If you were listening to your favorite top 40 radio station, wherever you are in the country, and you heard a little pop-in over the weekend where somebody was like, hey, broadcast live backstage, have that Jamie Foxx, just know that I was the one behind it, hitting the snippity-snip and clipping that up.
Hitting the snippity snip. When you say hitting the snippity snip,
Yeah.
it makes it sound like you're an incredibly cool moil. You know, one of those guys that performs circumcisions. It's hitting the snippity snip on the flippity flip, and yep, your kid is now officially Jewish.
And I was doing it all in my boxer shorts. On Saturday. I had to go there on Sunday, but
I didn't repost it because I didn't know how personal a thing it was. But your girlfriend posted a screenshot from a text message that you sent her over the weekend, where you're like, "This is so crazy. How's it going now?" That's from her, and you're like, "Almost done. Just waiting for Madonna." And she's like, "How many times in your life will you get to say that?" So, Funkhauser's weekend was more exciting than any of our weekends.
I got in trouble too.
Oh, you did? How?
Yeah. Madonna.
What for?
I can go on record now saying that I bothered Madonna.
How'd you bother Madonna?
Well, you know, she wanted to do she did a performance with Taylor Swift, did a bunch of stuff at the iHeartRadio Music Awards, and then she came through to do press afterwards. But you know, she's royalty, so all us schlubs had to leave the room while her and so how was your performance and blah dee bleedity blah in front of a camera and stuff.
Right.
So as I was leaving, I thought I might snap a little shot of her. I want to get a picture of Madonna.
Oh.
And I didn't read that memo. You know, out come the
Really?
flashlights and the big huge. She travels with a circumference of large people around her, like a bubble of people.
Right.
And all of those people unanimously, like all at once, flashlight up, put your camera down. And I went, okay. I didn't, sorry.
Did they make you delete the photo?
No. Actually, I'll send it to you right now so you can see what I got.
All right, cool. Text
very cool.
away. That's awesome.
But yeah, I was 5 feet from Madonna, and it's going to go in my book now that I bothered her.
Oh, okay. 5 feet from Madonna means close enough to play a game of Would Ya?
What would you?
Would ya?
I would.
You know.
Oh yeah. Come on, man. Don't you become like a prince by just?
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, the other thing is like, I don't know. The thing about Madonna is, like, would you? Yeah, of course. Because then you have I did that with Madonna story. Now, that in and of itself becomes so much more valuable than the getting to do the actual act. Oh, let me put it to you this way. Let's say you couldn't tell the story. Let's say you could never tell anyone. Would you?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I think my girlfriend would give me a pass if Madonna was like, "I like the cut of your jib there. Come in the playroom with me." Or however she talks. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, well, whatever the standard Detroit accent is.
She makes everybody leave the room when she talks, so I don't know how it sounds like.
Yes. Yeah. But it's funny because, like, looking at that text message that your girlfriend posted online over the weekend, I distinctly got the impression. I was like, I would have to guess that if he got a chance to with Madonna, she'd be cool with that.
Sorry, honey. Gonna be late. Doing Madonna.
Gonna be late doing Madonna. And then getting the appropriate test afterwards. It's funny because she's had sex with a lot of people. Pre-AIDS.
Starting from here, my head is where I feel numb. From the front of my neck to the base of my skull, taking it back by the way my mind is working. Like that, my emotion, my control is always shaking. Soon there won't be nothing left at all. My mind is like an empty hole. I wanna become sit inside with the feelings that are associated with the sad life that I'm bringing. The tears and the singing. Being alive isn't a gift when there's so much you have missed. And so little ring true with the words to you by the people you trusted. When it all came down to choosing your ideals, developing your fears. Wise voice I always but a black light. Oh, with all the love I have, I'm still alone. This feeling is something I would never wish upon anyone. This feeling is something I would never wish upon anyone. Sha-la-la-la, 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 This feeling is something I would never wish upon anyone. This feeling is something I would never wish upon anyone. This feeling is something I'd never wish on anyone. This feeling is something I'd never wish on anybody else.
Now approaching midnight.
Go ahead, favorite the show, and enjoy AD on the go. iHeartRadio presents AD.
So, we'll get into the news and probably talk to Funkhauser a little bit more about how he can put on his resume that he officially bothered Madonna backstage at the iHeartRadio Awards. But quick mention, tomorrow on the show, very excited to be joined by Concept 714. This is a guy who does a really, really awesome podcast.